What's going on, you guys? Chris with Jigs Overboard, and we're back for another video. This time, I got an awesome opportunity to go offshore and try to target some Gag Grouper for the last day of Gag Grouper season. So it was an incredible thing. Big thank you to my buddy Josh for inviting me out there. Bigger thank you to Dave for hosting and taking us out on his boat. It was a great time, and I hope you guys enjoy it because as soon as we got to the spot, we dropped the line down and we're hooked up immediately. So check that out. I'm on. What do I got? What do I got? Yellowtail. Woohoo! Check that out. Nice little yellowtail. Is this keeper size? 12 inches? Is this one 12 inches?
That's a lane. That doesn't have.
That's a yellowtail snapper. That is totally a yellowtail snapper.
Yeah, you're right. Okay. Here, there's a box right here. I don't think that one's 12. Let me see. Here, I'll measure it for you, Bubber.
Oh,
Wasn't 12.
wasn't 12. Action of Colby catching a fish. Hey Colby, smile for the camera. What do we got? Yellowtail.
No, get him in the boat.
Get him in the boat. Get him in the boat. Bring him here. Bring him here. Up and over. Nice. Nice yellowtail. I don't know if he's keeper though.
Oh yeah, he is.
You sure?
Oh yeah.
There we go. Oh, that feels nicer. Oh, here we go. I see light. I see light. What do I got? Whoa, look at that. You got a hog? What is this thing? Is this a porgy?
Get him in the boat. In the boat. In the boat.
Josh, is this good to eat?
Yeah. Oh yeah, that's excellent.
White ass meat. Don't be a red snapper.
Look at this. Look at those colors.
I think I got one too.
Look at the blue. Wow. Something else.
I got a red snapper.
It was really cool getting out there, rigging shrimp up, and just dropping them down. And immediately, as soon as it hit the bottom, the rod was bending over. We were getting bites right away. That first drop, we got that yellowtail. Second drop, I got that porgy. And it was an incredible thing. And how we were rigging the shrimp was really simple. We would just pinch and break the tail off, and then we would take our hooks and just bury them on through. Kind of like this. There we go. Oh man. Oh, this is digging. Red snapper? That kind of has a bluish tint to it. It's another big. No, it's a red snapper. It's a nice red snapper though. Look at that. Oh. What do we got? Looks like another red snapper. Yeah. Another American red snapper. Too bad they're not in season. You know, no sooner than I released that ARS, I look to my left and I see that Dave's hooked up. And I'm just like, man, this place is popping off.
There you go. Dave's on. Oh, that's really digging.
Maybe an AJ or a red. ARS?
Red snapper.
Oh, big old red snapper.
You know, when I said this was popping off, I really meant it. Right after Dave hooked up on that fish and got his release, I turned around and Josh had doubled up on yellowtails. You got to see it. And right after that, my rod goes down. And I'll tell you what, it was something else.
Double.
Double yellowtail on the sabiki? On this, was it chicken rig? Dude, that is awesome. Big yellowtail. Oh man. Oh shit. This one's fighting. Look at the bend in the rod. Josh.
Is he digging hard?
Yeah. Oh. Oh man, he's really digging. Oh. Triggerfish. Big triggerfish. Look at this thing. Oh. Look at those teeth. What a cool fish. Why they're called triggerfish. Can't get that down. There's the trigger lock. Too cool.
That triggerfish was really something else. Pound for pound, he pulled way harder than I would have imagined for his size. It was a really hard fighting fish, and I was very impressed. But I knew after that, it was time to put the spinning rod up and pull out the heavy rod and switch up for a little live baiting for some grouper.
Sure. Oh. Oh man, he's lively.
Might have to move a few feet up the pipeline.
Oh, that's better.
There you go.
Yep, I'm on. On the dogfish rod from 1994. Fishing with antiques out here.
It was really something else being able to go out there and do what we were doing. I sent that second sardine down and I felt that hit, it pulled, I waited a little bit and then it pulled again. And that's when I went after it. And this is the rod and reel that we were using. This is my awesome rod. It's just my, it's a dogfish tackle rod from 1994. This was my dad's rod. He purchased this way back then. And I mean, it's as old as I am, literally, and it's been catching fish for so long. My dad has caught some real bruisers on it, and I love the fact that it's now my turn to catch some on the same thing. I did update the reel, Dad. Sorry, had to, but I put the Penn Squall 40 wide on here, and she handles great. So let's get back to watching me catch that fish, right?
Got the top shot on. It's probably an American red. Mango, big mango. Oh, he choked it. Might be able to get it up. He's a keeper. There we go. Big mangrove snapper. Ah.
You know, I really wasn't expecting to catch that mangrove snapper. And it was, for me, it was a very big mangrove snapper. I'm used to catching them inshore where, you know, a 12-inch mangrove snapper is really big. But, you know, offshore, that fish was maybe 15, and Josh was telling me it's not that big of a snapper. But, you know, for me, who doesn't get to go offshore, it was pretty big. It was a lot of fun catching it, especially on, you know, my dad's old rod. It was a big thing. I knew I had to hook up again. So I quickly went, pulled a grunt out of the live well, stuck the hook in it, and I sent it down, and I just had a feeling he was going to get munched.
There we go. Oh man.
Oh, that's a big fish.
Oh man.
Pump him, pump him, pump him.
Oh,
That's a grouper. Pump him.
oh yes.
That's a grouper, baby. Keep on, keep on, keep him coming, keep him coming. Pump, pump, pump. Got a big dogfish on. Don't let that line get loose like that. See, you let the line get loose on the rod, keep it tight at all times.
ARS.
Huge ARS. Oh man.
Oh, dude.
Bring him this way. Bring him this way.
I got. Yeah. I was hoping for a gag too, but leader done. Yeah, open your mouth. He was barely hooked. Look at that. That is a stud of a red snapper. It's a shame season's closed, else he'd be on the dinner table. Wow. All right, torpedoes away. Whew.
What a stud of an ARS. Amazing red snapper right there. I really wish that the season had been open because that was the one to catch. That was the keeper. You know, I definitely want to head back to that spot when the season opens, but what a fish. You know, and right after I did that, you know, Josh, he doubled up on that chicken rig again, and then right immediately following that, Dave hooks up on something cool.
Doubled up. Yeah, blubber. Give him.
Yeah, show them for the camera. There we go. Banded rudderfish up top and a mangrove snapper on the bottom. There you go, Dave. What do you got?
That's not biting.
Uh-oh, that's not a good sign. Hey, we got our grouper.
You know, that little grouper was really cool to catch. Wasn't legal size, wasn't what we were looking for, but it was definitely the right species. But after that, we decided to make a move. We packed all our stuff in, and we made a 5-mile run to our next spot.
Yeah, here's the hope. Yeah, give me one. Oh no, we're losing him. All right, a very wet 5-mile run. Here we go.
You know, that video really doesn't do justice to just how wet of a ride it was. Dave's boat's a 26 champion, and it really was a champion being out there because we had some, I believe there were 15-mile-an-hour winds with some like swells of like 3 or 4 feet. It was pretty rough out there, but we handled it well, and we made that run to the next spot, and right away Dave dropped the bait down and he hooked up, and then I got to film Josh absolutely crush with that chicken rig. So it was really something else.
There you go.
Is he digging? Sure.
Oh yeah. Oh, I wish I had the polarized lens on my GoPro now. See them.
Just came around to this side. I'm sorry to get you.
Come on, little fierce. Little fierce, go. Porgy.
Porgy. Nice, big porgy.
Dude, is that or an AJ? No. Fight until it breaks off. Yeah, put the race fishing. You can help.
Oh, there we go. Nice porgy. Josh, you want this porgy?
Yeah, put them in the box. Not a shark.
Nice big old porgy.
Whoever it was peeling mine off.
Here, Josh.
That's a group.
Watch out, I got a line down. I'm helping.
You got a fish on it too.
Oh shit.
You got a fish on yours.
I got fish on mine?
Yeah.
Yep, I do. Oh.
No, it's me. It's me.
You got? Oh, I got you.
Who had blue line? Oh my god.
I got blue line.
Who had blue line?
You know, at this point, it's popping off on the second spot. We're still dropping, shrimp down, hooking up on every other drop, getting our clocks cleaned. You know, it's going crazy, and it happened. Knew it was gonna happen, but the line's tangled up. We had something going on. Josh threw a grunt off the back and sent it down, and then went back to chicken rigging, and that grunt somehow got tangled up in Dave's line. We thought it was tangled up in mine until it started to, my line started to swim away, and I knew at that point I had a fish.
I do, but I got a fish. There's my top line, top shot. See color, see color. What is it? Porgy. Nice big old porgy. I got him. Look at that porgy. Look at those colors. Look at those colors. He's hungry. Let's get a picture. Get him on camera. Yeah. Nice little red grouper. Big old porgy.
You know, that porgy really pulled for his size. I thought he was a lot bigger, maybe something better. But it was cool catching him and doubling up right next to Josh when he had that little red grouper. But after that, conditions were starting to get worse on the water. We decided to call it a day. We headed back in. But before we did, we stopped off on one more spot. We sent down the rigs with shrimp, hoping to, finish out, limit out on our snappers, and maybe catch a little something out, some more porgies or something. And wouldn't you know it, I hook up on a grouper, first drop, and I had put the chest camera up, and I set the static camera on the wrong side of the boat. So here's that grouper, and then I caught a couple lanes. After that, we called it a day, and made the final run back in.
I put the camera on the wrong side of the boat, but I got my red grouper, my very unhappy red grouper. But yeah, Can't keep them till tomorrow. Yes.
Better?
That feels better. Still a snapper. Still pulling.
There's something better.
It was better than that flannel I just caught. Yeah.
Not even worth cleaning.
Little lane.
This is the number where we got a million in the past?
What a great experience. What a fun time. You know, I don't get to go offshore very often. The last time I did was when I was in the Keys, and the last time I did in this area, it's probably been a few years. But a great experience. Thank you, Dave, so much for taking us out on your boat, especially since the conditions were a little on the gnarly side. But I had a great time. I know we all had a fun time, and we loved catching those fish. If you guys like this video, hit that like button. Don't forget to subscribe, and I'll see you guys on the next one when we head overboard.